Hello everybody and welcome to the Wise Man's Grandchild episode 10 anime review. Feels like it's a bit late to get backstory on the main villain, but on the flip side we got backstory on the main villain and we didn't focus on the main characters, which I'm going to say is a positive thing because they're not the strongest of main cast. I like some of them. Some of them are lame, but some of them are alright. But I think Strom is probably the best character in this, especially after this. And after this, he was justified in everything he did. He is the true hero of this story. So what Strom has done while Shin and that have been, I guess, training. They've been doing that. It feels like they've been goofing off, but no, they've been training. Strom has destroyed the Empire. He's killed everyone, destroyed all the towns, everything. He has demolished the Empire. He doesn't even want to rule it. He just wants to destroy it. And he doesn't really know what to do next, because basically all the commoners he turned into demonoids, but now he's sort of abandoning them, being like, I don't really have a plan anymore, but they do have a plan. They are like, we're going to do whatever we want, so they're off to do whatever they want. The Empire has fallen, as I said. Strom has no goal, and after this a lot of the demonoids leave and Strom is there just with, there's a few people still there, and then Strom's like, they're like, so Strom, why did you want to destroy the Empire? And he's like, well, have I got a tale for you? And his tale, as I said, he's the good guy. There's no way you can look at it and think he's a bad person. Essentially, he was really nice to all his commoners. He was a lord of the land. The other lords invited him to the capital to ask ask how his lording was so good and all that. So he goes to the capital. While that's happening, there's rumours being spread that he's kidnapped girls and is selling them as slaves, which he isn't. I don't know if I have to mention that. He's not doing none of that. But all the commoners believe it, so they go and burn down his house with his pregnant wife in it. Like, okay. Like, I know, like, the commoners might not know everything. I think they'd know if his wife was pregnant. I think that's something they'd know, especially because he was such a nice guy to them. Like, But then he gets back and he's like, my house is on fire, why have you done this? And they're like, well, you kidnapped all the people. And he's like, you idiots, here's every reason why. It's clearly not me and you've been befuddled. And they're like, oh yeah, guess you're right. Sorry? And he's like, sorry isn't going to cut it. And I was like, you killed his wife and his unborn child. Like, I'm all for him killing them. He's the good guy. Strom is the hero. Like, So that's how he turns into a demon, basically. His unbridled hatred and anger. I'm just checking to make sure I've not missed anything. That's how he becomes a demonoid. And he, like, swears vengeance upon the Empire, which, as we've said, in present day, he's got that. He's defeated the Empire, he's got nothing to do now. Well, he's got one more thing to do. So after that, a couple of Strom's underlings, I guess, one of them's like, we need to get him a new goal. Remember Shin? Try and get them two to interact again so they have a fight. And I was like, okay, so that's the final fight, is Shin versus... See, here's the problem now I'm rooting for Strom. I don't want Shin to win. And he's the main character. Like, I'm all on Team Strom now. Like, Demonoids, let's go. Demonoid alliance of Demonoids, let's do that. But, yeah, he's not gonna win, because Shin's OP. Unless Shin is like, no, let's be friends and let's work together to create a better world. Which, honestly, now I've said that out loud, could feasibly happen that. But yeah, then for the final part of the episode, we actually go to Shin and friends. So, basically, Org has a coronation thing. It's not actually a coronation. He's not becoming king. It's just to say, you are the crown prince. I thought he already was the crown prince. Why does he need a coronation thing? I also don't have a clue how monarchs in real life or fantasy worlds work. They're very confusing. I know I'm English, so I should know, but I'm like the worst English person in the world. I know very little about the royal family and that. It's something that my parents don't appreciate because they're pro-royal and I could care less. But that's irrelevant to this anime. Little fact you get. What happens? Yeah, in the middle of the thing, they're told by some guy who they like chastised afterwards. He's like, yeah, demonoids have appeared in neighbouring country, village, kingdom, city, town. And they're like, okay, We'll go deal with that. First, let's do a speech though, and they do a speech, and they're like, yeah, we're the OP Magic Knight Squad. Well, not a Magic Knight Squad, just Magic Squad. They need OP Knights to go with them, so then there'd be the ultimate OP thing. Essentially, they've not been like mobilized by anyone. They just kind of decide. I guess Org has that power. They're like, hey, we're gonna go deal with that. Like, surely like the king or someone's got to say, go deal with that. But I guess Org does have power. But yeah, the Ultimate Magicians is their group name, which is the lame. I thought they were gonna come up with a better thing, like Shin and his pals. The Shin Breakers. Get it? Because it's his name. And it's also a body part. It's very funny. But yeah, they fly off to... That's another thing, everyone can fly. I cut out that bit at the beginning because not a lot happened. I really struggled to talk about it. There was a bit at the beginning with Shin and that. And there was some shenanigans with Mei pulling up her skirt and other people were flying. Yeah. Who cares? Yeah, so they're going to go deal with the demonoid. I guess we've only got 2 episodes left, so that's probably what we're going to spend the rest of our time doing, is fighting demonoids, and then Strum will show up, and then probably they'll be friends at the end. Honestly, I don't want Strum to lose, because he's in the right. I'd like them to form some sort of alliance. I was going to say against the Empire. The Empire's been defeated already. Anyway, let me know what you thought about the episode and everything. I'm sorry it's a bit of a shorter one. I've got a sore throat. I don't know if it's coming through on the microphone, but I do. Yeah, let me know what you thought about the episode and everything, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.